On this show, you'll learn how Millet got his name. He is a foodie, but happy and loving. You'll love Thrawn Drooly. This guy is laid back and often sleepy. Kermit is puppy-like, excitable, and playful. You'll learn if the ACAPL is experiencing the same influx as shelters nationwide. And there's Purring Kitties and Dog Alley, all on Pick Your Next Pet at the ACAPL.
I know you know how. Sit. Sit. So this here is my buddy Millet, and I will tell you the story of how he got his name Millet. So the day he came in, there were multiple strays that came in that day, as always. And we were talking up front. The dogs were already back in the kennels. We were talking up front in the lobby about who they are, how they got here, and what to name them. And they were talking about a dog who must have eaten bird seed because he was pooping out a lot of bird seed, which is not a first that we've seen here. You know, they get loose, they get hungry, they do what they gotta do, and it smells like food. Maybe sometimes there's like sunflower seeds in there that they recognize the scent of. Whatever. So I said, okay, we'll name the one in kennel, whatever kennel it was, we'll name him Millet, because I thought it was him that they were talking about. I was wrong. It was a completely different dog, but he kept the name Millet anyways, and now I have a kind of funny story to tell about him. He won me over pretty quick when he got here. He just was so well-mannered from the start. I mean, I don't think I heard him bark for like at least a week. I think the dogs that were already here taught him how to bark, because now he will bark at you, and he just wants attention, or if you're working your way down the line with food. But he loves when volunteers take him for walks. He loves car rides. He is relatively easygoing. He walks nicely on a leash, so he's good for some of our, like, not so strong volunteers, or they think they're not strong. I think more people can handle bigger dogs than they think. But he is on the older side. I would guess maybe 5 or 6. You see, he does have some of that gray coming in on his muzzle. I just think it makes him even more handsome.
Distinguished.
Yes, exactly. Like I said, very well behaved here. He picks and chooses which dogs he likes and doesn't like. For the most part, if they're more calm, he's fine with them. He's okay with them. He doesn't seem to like the super crazy dogs. So if you've got a more laid back dog at home, he could probably be a buddy in that. I don't have any super concerns about him with cats. He seems curious about them, but not aggressive or growly or anything like that. So that's always worth a try too. And same with kids. I mean, you can see how he is out here. He's mostly just minding his own business, doing his own thing, except for when I say I have treats. So he's just really easygoing, and I think he'll fit into almost any home and learn their routines really quickly. It's dirty. Come here. What's this? Biggie boy. Come here. Come here.
Is it squishy?
A little bit. Here, come here. Hey, here. Treat? Okay, so he knows the word for sure. Cookie? Millet, you want a treat? need some? Come here. There you go. There you go. Cookie. I knew I have one. Here in the pocket. You sit. Sit down. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Come. I know you know it. I know you know it. Sit.
It's a battle of wills.
Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit. Okay, okay. Okay, come here. How about this? Can you go up the stairs at least? Come here. I know they're really dirty. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Good boy. Will you sit up here? Sit. Yeah.
Oh, he's sitting now. Oh, man.
Good job, buddy.
Ashley can go home happy tonight.
There you go. So I'm thinking it was just the surface he was on. He didn't want to sit in the muddiness, didn't want to sit on the cold concrete, but apparently this wooden deck is good enough for him. Look how gentle he takes the treats too. Huh.
So if you don't mind a dog that doesn't want to sit in the mud, then Millet's your guy.
Yeah. If you don't like getting dirty, neither does he. You're good. Not a mudding dog, huh? He's like, nah, I think I'm more like a couch dog. Can we get up on a couch? Go. Did you very good? Shake? Shake your paw? Nothing? That one I don't usually expect. The sit one's easy. They should know sit.
Yeah.
If I can teach him anything, I feel like I should teach him that. Now you will go. You guys watch this. He'll do it. He'll do it. Yes. Good boy.
He gives you paw too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this would be probably our oldest and slowest dog in the shelter right now.
His head is about twice the size of yours.
Oh, buddy. So, this is my buddy Thrawn. He is from a very large humane seizure. If you remember me talking about, we had like 45 bunnies, 18 cats, and about 9 dogs. He was from that group. So he was actually the dog that they had the longest. So he lived with all those other dogs. He didn't love all of them, and I would say for his next home, he definitely needs a very laid-back home. You can get down. Come here. Okay, you can sit there too. He definitely needs a very laid-back home. He doesn't want a rough house. He doesn't want to go crazy, play, all that stuff. So I would say if there are going to be other dogs, they need to be other senior, laid-back, and probably smaller than him. But otherwise, he'd also love to be the king of a castle somewhere. He should be fine with cats. There were cats all over that house. I will say the previous owner told us he's, just a little bit guardy over his food bowl. As you can kind of see, he's on the thin side. He has been evaluated by a vet, his physical appearance, and she said that as much as we'd love to pack a bunch of pounds on him, we really can't due to his age. So he is 9 years old, which is on the old side for a large breed like the St. Bernard. So we actually don't want to put too much more weight on him and on his joints. Yes, probably has arthritis. So you saw him struggling up the stairs a little bit. Just the combinations you're going to have to make if you want to take a senior dog home. I mean, in general, but especially large breeds. It's very hard on their bodies as they get older. But I think, you know, some good joint supplements would really help him. And like I said, a nice relaxed home. He does walk very nicely on a leash, but he certainly doesn't need it. He just needs his couple potty breaks a day and then maybe some toys to play with. I never really see him playing with toys, but he does sniff them around, move his bed around, make everything more comfortable for himself. Careful.
Whoa.
Big boy. Oh, yeah. He's still got it, but just know that because he's a senior dog, you'll probably have a few more vet bills than you would if you had a just regular adult dog, and you'll want to watch out for signs of that joint pain or any other medical issues. But he's a great dog, and he definitely deserves somewhere soft to land in his last few years. He is so chill. He has to be the slowest moving, most relaxed dog we have. I love it.
Other dogs wouldn't have been able to get that much drool on my notebook.
No.
No. They would have been moving too fast.
Come here. Getting your sniffs in, huh? Who's been here? Oh, those are ones I dropped earlier. Yeah, get them.
Are you eating a leaf?
Let's see. Let's see if I get him up the stairs. Come here. What's this? Right here. Do. Hello, can you see? Come here. Come here. Come on. You can do it. Have you ever done steps before? You might not have. We don't know. Come on. Good boy. Come on.
Oh, he's doing good.
Yeah, you figure it out. I know it's really dirty, huh? Oh, come on. A couple more. Yeah. What a good boy.
We got some fans out there.
Uh-huh. We got people in the parking lot saying how handsome you are. Yeah. I guess I found the spot. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, man. All right. So Kermit here, he's kind of a special boy. Let me just tell you guys. So this dog comes in and I'm thinking this is like a 6-month-old puppy. Maybe 9, but definitely on the young side, definitely a puppy. I mean, behavior-wise and looks-wise, you know, he doesn't look like he's quite filled out like an adult dog. We took a look at his teeth and he did have fully developed genitalia. We looked at his teeth and they're actually quite dirty, quite tartary, definitely full-grown adult teeth, no puppy teeth in there. So he's actually likely, I'd say at least over a year, possibly 2. I think he looks like a puppy because he was kept in a crate for like extended periods of time as a puppy. So when he was supposed to be developing and growing and getting big and strong, I think he just didn't quite get what he needed, proper exercise, and possibly
What are you thinking up for that?
Hi, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get those zoomies. He possibly didn't get proper nutrition as well, whether they fed him like a, you know, low-calorie, other kind of food or whatever. But he's doing good now. He's in very good hands. And honestly, he doesn't let it slow him down. I do think it makes him a little bit clumsy and awkward and kind of awkward looking. But the most important fact...
But it makes him hilarious.
The most important fact, the most important part about Kermit is just that he is basically a puppy. In almost appearances and attitude and everything. So he needs all the training. All the training. He did have a family take him home for a weekend, and they said he was just so much, like jumping on couch, jumping on the counters, chewing on this and that, and doing a bunch of stuff. So that could be why he was crated a lot during his puppy period, is if he was very destructive.
Nice, calm down now.
Look at that. He's a good boy.
So he just needs to have a period of the day that he can just run around like crazy.
I think he's going to be one of those dogs that does need, you know, a really long walk, a good time out in a play yard where he can sniff and run and play. Honestly, his size is not bad. So, you know, if you've got younger kids, I wouldn't say like babies, but younger side kids, you're looking for a dog to kind of grow up with your family, go out and play with your kids a lot, he's going to be a good one. And honestly, he's super smart. I think he's figured out our routine here already. I think, you know, he does know how to sit. He seems to be good at entertaining himself. He's playing with a stick right now and chewing on that. So he doesn't need constant attention, but he does need supervision and probably like a baby-proofed house.
Is he still grown?
I mean, he may fill out a little bit, like kind of grow out of the awkward phase, but I don't think he'll get bigger, like dimensionally. I don't think he'll get taller. He has giant webbed toes, so that tells me he probably would like water. He was good in the bath. He had to get a bath while he was here, and he did great with that. But I don't know, he might like going to swims in the lake, in the river, stuff like that. But yeah, he's just gonna be the kind of dog that needs...
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh no! We're getting a little taste of that. We're getting a little taste of his destructiveness. Naughty boy right here. So if you're willing to take on a naughty boy who needs a little bit of training, can't miss this one. What's this? Get it! I didn't get the ball! Okay. At least he chased it that time. Come here. You dancing? You wanna dance? I didn't think so.
A little comic relief here.
He's a little clumsy. Are you a clumsy boy? Mm-mm. Yes. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. He'll learn. He'll learn. Let me find a good one. What's this?
We've got a musical background today, some dogs performing for us. But welcome to Ask Ashley. You can email her at asteed, S-T-E-E-D, at acapl.org with any questions you may have. And so there's a lot of news I've seen lately that kennels across the country are just busting at the seams. Strays, people bringing in animals. They're still blaming it on COVID-19. I'm not sure that's, I guess we blame everything on COVID-19. And from what I understand, here is they're pretty much busting at the seams too.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we know that adoptions slow down around the holidays, which is perfectly understandable. People are traveling or they're having guests into their own home. It's not the best time to bring home a new animal, and we agree with that. But unfortunately, there are still plenty of people that are wanting to get rid of their animals.
That doesn't slow down.
That doesn't slow down. If anything, it increases. I think with the new year coming, people are like, if they're moving or they're doing, and they're just, I gotta do this and that, and I gotta get this dog gone now. Or we're just finding a lot that are off running as strays, whether it's because people are dumping them, or like we had one come in this week that had, the chain was like, I thought it was an actual lock at first. Like, I thought the chain was locked onto her, but it was actually just, like, screwed on with a little mechanism. I unscrewed it right away as soon as she got in, but the chain was broken. So, obviously, someone had her out, like, in their yard, and she was not happy and she broke out. It was the day we had a lot of rain. So, she probably got scared and didn't want to be all muddy and gross.
Right.
She ran off to what I assume is a neighbor, and this guy carries her in. She's covered in mud. He's like, I found her by my burn pile, and she just was so scared. So yes, so between just careless owners letting their dogs get loose and not caring to find them, and just genuine, dogs that run off or whatever.
Did you see there's a comic strip called, I think it's called Mutts to You or something like that, and the theme the last few weeks is that he's inside, he's in his dog outside, and he's looking in at these people and wondering why he can't be in there. And then at some point he sees that they packed up, and he says, "Oh, we're moving," and they start taking off, and he says, "They're not taking me." And come back.
It happens.
And
it happens more often than you can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you handling that?
Me personally, or the shelter in general?
Yes, with everybody else.
Yes. We're working our butts off. That is part of it. So when the kennels are fuller, it's more complicated, I'll say, to make sure everybody gets cleaned fully every single day the way that we do it. So we're taking our time. We're, like I said, we're working really hard. And we're just doing what we do best, We're trying to get dogs adopted as a whole staff.
But I know together. This, of course, means more food, more cleaning supplies, and all that stuff. And then there was 11 days or 10 days of Christmas that was was sent out emails reminding the people that what they need and pictures of them, and in some cases where you can order them from Amazon or whatever.
Yeah, we did our 12 Days of Christmas fundraising event and supply raising event, and it worked out great. I think every single day that we had a different item on our wish list, we got that item donated, whether it was that day someone brought it in or within the next few days it got delivered, like you said, from Chewy or Amazon. And it honestly was a great turnout. And as we talked about, because we have so many intakes right now of dogs, especially now is when we really need the supplies. And I will say the opposite is happening right now for our cats. We are a little bit low on cats in terms of missing some. But that's just for right now. I know that going into the new year, we're going to have some more humane cases coming up that we're looking into. So we'll slowly be bringing more in. So we need kitty supplies too.
So when you think that you're catching up, then you find somebody that's got 86 dogs in terrible conditions and 35 cats. And
Yes. I definitely have job security in the rest of the world. That's one thing. But I do it because I love animals, and that's what I'm here for. And we will always be here. We will always be pushing to support our county and support people that need it.
Okay. Thank you.
So this little one is Miss Valen. She's on the young side, maybe only a year or two old. She is from that large humane seizure that I keep on talking about with the 45 bunnies. So she is from the group of 18 cats.
That had a profound effect on this place.
That place, very special to us, yes. I'm not sure if she was one of the ones that was kept in the cages or if she was loose in the home, but either way, I will say all the cats from that home, some of them were really scared at first, but all of them have come around and are the absolute sweetest things. Like, we got extremely lucky that all of these cats and the dogs, and even the bunnies, for considering their conditions, are really sweet animals. As you can see, she gives me licks. She was purring. Like, all I did was stand in front of her and she started purring. Aww. She got so excited just at the thought of someone giving her attention. Like, I just think she's so beautiful, first of all. Torty-tude, you all know. But I will say the reason I picked her to talk about today is because she actually destroyed a bed this morning. Now, when I tell you that in all my years working here, which is only 2.5, but you know what I mean, I've never seen a cat do this kind of damage to something in their kennel.
Dogs, maybe.
Dogs are destructive, but cats, the most they do is like make a mess of their litter, or if they're sick, they get a little messy. But I could not believe what she did to this bed. So I'm gonna send Bob the picture, and he'll pop it in here in the video. It was cracking me up. So I had to talk about her, Miss Valen the bed destroyer.
So what do you do now for just...
Oh, she got a new one. The one that she destroyed kind of had a hard bottom to it, whereas this is all cushion. So I don't think she'll do the same thing to it. So this little sweetie can definitely go to a home with cats, dogs, kids, all the above. So someone better come get her. All right. So this is my friend Dobby. He is also from that same humane seizure that had lots of kitties, lots of bunnies. There you go. Now, normally, he is one of the most talkative cats in here. You come in here, if you just stand in front of his kennel, he's going to be yelling at you, give me attention. It's possible that he's already got a lot of attention from volunteers today, which is why he's being a little more quiet and shy. But overall, he's usually He's usually a talker. He's on the chunky side, as you can see. He is, like I said, from that house that had lots of animals, so I think he could be with cats, dogs, probably kids. He's just a big boy, so if you want a big old lap cat, he might be the one.
What do you do with like cats like this that may have not been socialized properly, and how do you do things differently?
That's an excellent question. So if a kitty is extremely shy, usually they'll stay back in intake for a little while, and we have, only certain staff and certain volunteers will work with them. We give them lots of hidey places. So if you come into the shelter, you might see that they have hidey boxes in their cages. We also have some, we call them curtains, which is just like pieces of fabric that we can button to their cage cover, and that gives them, again, the sense of privacy, but that we can still peek in on them and see how they're doing. Dogs are a little bit different while we're on the topic, because they do kind of need to be removed from their kennel to fully clean everything, depending on how messy they are. So that is why we like to have the both halves of our kennels open, so that we can move the dog back and forth between the two halves to clean them at first while they're shy. And then with both species of animals, whether it be a cat or a dog, we work really hard to go at their speed. So let's say Dobby here was like really scared. I might open the door, I might not, I might just sit here with him. I could just talk to him. I can offer him treats, but not, you can't force him to eat any. They make these tubes for cats specifically that look like Go-Gurt tubes, if you guys know what that is, where you have to like squeeze it up, right? So that allows you to get close to the cat. You're offering them something super yummy. It has like the texture of baby food, and they love it. They eat it right up. So then that gives you a chance to get your hand and your scent closer to them and get them more comfortable with you. But yeah, we have quite a few strategies. We have some volunteers that are excellent at working with more scared kitties.
But you got to be patient.
Patience is the biggest key.
Well, one of the reasons I asked that was because you're talking about this cat is like purring right with me just standing beside it, but obviously at some point that wouldn't have been happening.
Correct. Yep. We treat every new animal like they're a scared animal at first. We offer them all the same comforts as far as like the box and the treats, and we also have hormone spray for both cats and dogs to help calm them. We have a lot of really cool tools that we offer initially, and then if we feel like, that animal's super comfortable with humans, they're good, then we can kind of cut back and do more like the fun type of enrichment, like the playtime and the toys. But if they need it for longer, they need it for longer, and that's okay. Huh.
boy. Oh, you are such a good guy.
I'm a walking a dog and I'm never blue. I'm a walking the dog. I ain't thinking about you. Don't need no one to tie me down. I'm a walking the dog and a painting the town. Such an easy life I never knew until the day